Well, Happy New Year, everyone. We're finally in 2024, which means GTA 6 officially comes out next year. Now, when next year? That's what we're kind of going to be looking at in this video. But the main thing I wanted to do, since we did just start this new year, is look at the timeline that GTA 6 will more than likely have going into this year. And then, of course, eventually into 2025 when the game releases. This timeline is based off of GTA 5's and Red Dead Redemption 2's trailer releases. But also, I thought this would be a pretty fun thing to do to speculate about. Like, for sure in the comment section, let us know when you think the GTA 6 game is going to release. And then we can all come back to this video and check out our predictions in 2 years time when the game is out. So with all that out the way, without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop into the timeline. Now, here is the original timeline that was speculated. This is actually from Reddit user Francie Walker. He had some stuff that's a little weird that I decided to change. And he also has a pretty complicated little setup here. So the top is without delay. The bottom is if the game does get delayed. We're not going to talk about the delay because from everything we've seen behind the scenes, Rockstar and Take-Two are not delaying this game. Like, they do not want this game to be delayed. So we're not going to talk about that until, if it does happen, then we'll mention it. But we're just going to go ahead and assume the game is not getting delayed. He also has a PC release, which I don't want to talk about either because, oh my God, I hope that's not true. Fall 2026, don't tell me that. So we're just going to look at the PlayStation and Xbox. And here's a timeline I made that includes if the game comes out early 2025 or late 2025. So let's start at the top, early 2025 release timeline. So of course it starts December 5th. That's the trailer one. That's what we already got. It was, I would say, an overview plus a little bit of a story about Lucia. And then that would take us to trailer 2, which we're going to assume comes out in March. And I'll give a reason why. But this one is probably going to be a little bit more of an overview, maybe more of the wilderness area, because of course trailer 1 was more of like the city area. So maybe trailer 2 is more of the nature parts of the game, plus a little bit about Jason, because maybe he's from, maybe he's like a redneck or something. He kind of looks like that to an extent. So that could be trailer 2. The reason I say March is because if we actually look at the Take-Two quarterly earnings events, so November 8th was the last earnings call they had. This was also the date where we actually got the message from Rockstar that said GTA 6 is happening and the trailer's coming out in December. Now, the next earnings call, we don't know a specific date just yet, but looking at last year's, there was one early February. So more than likely, there's going to be another earnings call in February. We might get some more information from Rockstar, and then a month later, that's when we would get trailer 2, which is why I have March 2024. Now, the bottom part just indicates that they don't tell us anything about a release time. It's simply just going to keep saying 2025. The reason they are not really specifying a release date more than likely is to not put any extra stress on the developers. They probably don't know if they can release it early 2025 or late 2025. So they just simply stated 2025 and they'll figure out the specific time at a later date when a lot more of the game is polished and sort of almost finished. But continue the timeline. Then when we get to trailer 3, this one, instead of being about Lucy or Jason, would just be more about the state of Leonida. These also follow similar themes to GTA 5's and RDR2's trailers. So that's sort of where this is coming from. But also, this is how Rockstar does trailers. They have a trailer 1, they have a trailer 2, they have a trailer 3. Then we'll hop to the gameplay trailer. Then they usually have an online trailer or online preview. Sometimes they have another gameplay 2 trailer and then the launch trailer when the game comes out. But actually going back to trailer 3, because I didn't mention it, I would estimate this is going to come out in August. That is middle of summer. I believe they also have an earnings call around this time frame. And in my opinion, this trailer 3 is when we're going to actually know a specific date or a more specific time frame, a month, when the game's coming out. Now, in this early 2025 release time frame, I have it set to February 2025. I'll explain why, because you might be thinking, February? No game ever comes out in February. Well, you also have to remember, this is GTA. This isn't any other game. But this is also maybe when the pre-orders will go live. And I did misspell that apparently, but Pre-orders will go live, and then the release time would be February 2025. Then we get to the gameplay trailer 1. This is going to be one of those trailers where they have the woman talking over it. Matter of fact, here is just a little snippet from the RDR2 gameplay trailer 1.
The game is an attempt to capture this pivotal moment when the Age of Outlaws was ending and the modern world was born.
And here is actually a little snippet from GTA 5's official gameplay trailer 1.
So what we doing here?
We're working, amigo.
For the first time, the game features not one, but 3 would-be heroes.
So coming back to the timeline, yeah, the gameplay trailer 1, that's going to be more than likely a 5 to 10 minute long trailer, if you even want to call it that. It's just going to be a video where they go into detail on maybe the 2 protagonists, maybe different features that are new to the game. That'll more than likely be one of the best trailers we get as far as new details and stuff, but I have it set to come out in about December. So basically a year from the original trailer 1. And then also in this particular trailer, this is when maybe we get the actual date. I have February 25th, which is a Tuesday. We all know Rockstar loves to release their games on a Tuesday. Then we jump into the final sort of trailer before the launch, which would be the online trailer. This one would come out January 16th, 2025. And the actual online, and maybe some people are not going to like this, maybe some people don't even remember this because they weren't around, but GTA Online did not release at launch, and neither did Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. Rockstar likes to release their single player games, then about a month or so later, then they open up online so you can go in. So the game, like we saw, would come out in February, but the online isn't actually going to come out until April 1st in this, hypothetical timeline. And then we jump to the launch trailer, which comes out about a week or so before, February 18th, and then February 25 is when the game launches. Now, why do I think this could be the case? I've shown this picture a million times, but Take-Two Interactive is projecting to make over $8 billion in net bookings in fiscal 2025. In fiscal 2023 or 2024, they only hit about $5 billion. So they were projecting an extra $3 billion. That's a lot of money. I know maybe like to some people that might not be, I guess, somehow, but that's a lot of money in the video game world. The only way they're hitting that, again, like I've mentioned many times, is because of GTA 6. And the reason I have February as the release date is because the fiscal 2025 year, you can see here, is from April to March. So this is April 2024 to March of 2025. So if this Take-Two statement that we're going to go back to here is correct, they're projecting to make that $8 billion by March of 2025. So an early release of GTA 6 in February, or maybe it could be in March as well, that fits with what Take-Two is saying. Now, like I did mention, we do have one of these earnings calls coming up next month. So maybe if they change that statement, maybe if they push it back to fiscal 2026, we can get a much better idea of, if the game is going to be released early 2025 or late 2025. But at the moment, everything is pointing to an early 2025 release. And going back to this timeline, I know games don't come out in February. It's a weird time for a game to come out. Most games come out around Christmas time, right? This is GTA. This game could come out at 1 o'clock in the morning on some random Wednesday. Rockstar couldn't even announce. They could just drop it, and this game is going to sell so many copies. Every single person in the freaking world is going to buy this game. It does not matter when this game comes out. I mean, as we've all seen, this game, the trailer won 163 million views, and it hit most of those within like a day. It absolutely blew away all kinds of records and stuff. So it does not matter when this game comes out, which is why I think a February 25th date could actually be the case if it comes out early 2025. That is on a Tuesday, which fits with their time frame. Like the online suggests, you would have about a month-ish, a month and a half maybe, before you can get into GTA Online. So you have a month-ish to play the story, to explore the world. Then you go into the online. And what this also does is if they release the game early 2025, the late 2025, around Christmas time, they could release a DLC, which is actually something, it has been rumored, it has been speculated, it's been leaked that Rockstar are going to be planning major DLCs for this game for like years. So they released the game early 2025, and then they get some more money late 2025 with the DLC. So that's the early 2025 release time frame. Then we'll hop into the late 2025 release time frame. I'm not going to talk, obviously, look, same sort of trailers. It really only changes when we get to the online trailer. There might be a gap. Actually, the gameplay trailer, so instead of it being February of 2025, I had it just, they say winter 2025 to put another little general date. Then the gameplay 1 trailer where they talk about the protagonist, it's the woman talking over it, and they have a bunch of new details. Maybe that's when they specify, oh, actually it's coming out fall 2025. So they get people more hope. They're like, oh, okay, the game got moved up a bit. The online trailer would come out in about June, but the online wouldn't come out until about October. There would be a gameplay 2 trailer, which did happen with RDR2 because that game got delayed like a couple of times. They would just talk about some more new features, the stuff they didn't talk about in the gameplay 1, maybe showcase some of the cars, like customization, stuff like that. This would come out in summer of 2025, so about August. And then this one would be the one that tells us the release date of, guess what, September 17th. Actually, GTA 5's release date. Coincidentally, this is a Tuesday in 2025, so they could actually have the exact same release date for GTA 6, which I think would be pretty fitting. And then you would have the launch trailer September, like early September 2025, and then the game launching on September 17th, which again is a Tuesday. So that's my prediction, and it is based off of some stuff that Rockstar's done in the past. And keep in mind, these are just the trailers like that we're talking about here. If we actually look, there's a website, it's like a GTA 5 launch timeline website that goes through all of the different things that Rockstar did. And they had previews for certain things. They had screenshots. They talked about a bunch of different things. Obviously, they had the murals painted, like all the advertisements. They had a bunch of different times where they'd release screenshots. So in addition to the trailers, it's not just the trailers we're going to be getting. You're going to be getting different artworks, different screenshots, maybe some newswire posts. They did that. If I go to RDR2's timeline page, they did that where they talked about like collectibles here. They had, if I click on this, where they talked about the different gang members on their social club. So they did a bunch of extra stuff in addition to the trailers, which isn't accounted for. So sprinkled in between these trailer dates, that's when you would get, some of that stuff. But I don't know. I think this is a pretty realistic timeline. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. And again, these are my 2 release dates. That I'm speculating. If it comes out early 2025, if that fiscal 2025 release stays true, February 25th, 2025 would be my guess. And then if not, I think it would be kind of cool if they did it on the 17th of September, the same day GTA 5 came out, but what, 12, 13 years later? So let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Maybe someone can guess the actual release date. Wouldn't that be cool? And then you can come back to this video and be like, look, I told you so. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA 6 content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.